Hey everyone, how you all doing? Welcome to my channel. This is day 15 of the 21-day quarantine series. Let's do this. So I'm pretty sure during this time, April 2020, life is pretty different for every single one of you. During this time, a routine is required to give structure to our days that are largely filled by just being at home, living and working. So I'm going to be extremely honest with you. From the time the lockdown has started, I found it really difficult to find a daily routine. Some days I would just wake up at 8 a.m. and some days I would just wake up at 1 p.m. My daily cycle was literally all over the place, which was starting to affect my work, and slowly I was going into my old habits. And it's these habits of not waking up on time and not eating healthy is what leads to overall unproductive days. And just like that, you're a mess and all over the place, falling back to your old habits. After trying a few new ways to find a balance and failing on many days, I finally came up with a system that works for me. I'm not telling you that this will 100% work for you because everyone is different. But maybe you guys can learn from my experience and maybe take a few points and apply it to your morning routine. So I came across this morning routine by Robin Sharma called the 5 a.m. Club and made it my morning routine with a few changes. So I believe that the way we start our morning is what determines the rest of the day. So the one thing that I always wanted to implement in my life is to wake up at the same time every single day. And to do that, I sleep between 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. and wake up at 4 a.m. And I make sure to keep the phone away from my bed so that when it rings, you have no other choice but to get up and switch it off yourself. And since you have already gotten off the bed, you have less of an urge to go back to sleep again. Also, I try not to see my phone or laptop at least 30 minutes before hitting the bed. So my morning routine is split into two parts. So part 1 is between 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. which is more straightforward and borrowed from Robin Sharma. And part 2 is between 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. which is a bit more relaxed. Also between 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. I don't check my phone and see my computer. So let's start with part 1 at 4 a.m. which is known as the move phase, and that's when I wake up. The first thing that I do is to hydrate myself. So Robin Sharma talks about once you're up, the willpower to do anything is the maximum right now. And the best thing right now is to exercise and sweat for 20 minutes. So for the next 20 minutes, I do push-ups, squats, stretches, and make sure whatever you do it with intensity, because the main reason to do this is to sweat. So these 20 minutes are supposed to wake you up and make you feel more active. So after the move phase, now let's come to 420, which is the reflection phase, where for the next 20 minutes you could journal, pray or meditate. I personally meditate or journal. This part of the morning routine is supposed to calm you down and explore the awareness within you. This part of the morning routine also increases your mental clarity and creativity. So by now the time is 4:40, which is the growth phase. So for the next 20 minutes I spend my time in either reading a great book or listening to a good podcast. This makes me learn new things that could improve my personal growth. So during this time you could do a lot of things such as reading a book, listening to an audiobook, listening to a podcast, or even learning something online. Basically anything that makes you learn and grow. So now it's 5 a.m. and I hit the shower for 15 minutes. And from 5:15 to 6 a.m. I plan my day or journal a bit. I make notes in my diary of the tasks for the day and the things to be completed. This time can also be used to do other things such as watering your plants, cleaning up, or just setting up your workspace. And I make sure to watch the sunrise at 6 a.m. every single day. That gives you a feeling of consistency and it also relaxes you. Then between 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. is when I check my emails and reply to the important ones. I also use this time sometimes to write for my videos. Then I go ahead and cook a healthy breakfast and start my day at 8 a.m. So the London University has come up with a study that for any habit to become permanent in your lifestyle, where you do not have to think about doing things but they come very natural to you, you have to keep doing those rituals for at least 66 days. So I can understand that things like these take time, but they can be super rewarding for you. I also make sure to never sit on my bed during the day because that can make you really lazy. So I make sure to just work on my desk throughout the day. If you like this video, then make sure to leave a thumbs up and comment below the morning routine that you have been following during this period of quarantine. And with that, I hope you're happy, healthy and safe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.